Sabrina Soto is a much sought-after design expert, and her ideas are very accessible for transforming an outdoor space into an outdoor room for the summer. And joining us now this morning is Sabrina herself. We are so excited. So, Sabrina, let's jump right into it. You've worked all over the place with so many clients from your years on HGTV. So, are there some outdoor space tips that you can give us today?
Absolutely. So if you're starting from scratch, you want to knock off the big items. So your furniture set and your grill if you have a space. Now, what I love about the set that's here is that it's modular. This is the Hampton Bay Tobago collection from Home Depot. And I love modular sets because you can break them apart and configure them differently depending on your needs and your space in case you move and this configuration doesn't work anymore. And they're very lightweight. I have something like this at home and I find that I'm constantly rearranging them depending on how I entertain. And then if you have the space for it, a fabulous grill is a must-have for the summer months. But once you have those two things taken care of, it's all about layering pieces in to make it feel like an extension of your home. So think about a cozy atmosphere. You want a nice rug. This one's great because it's nice and neutral, but again, there's so many outdoor rugs that come in patterns and colors that you could layer in. After the rug is in, think about lighting too, both overhead, lighting in the form of string lights. Either LED string lights or these Edison bulbs are great. Those are easy to hang. And then layer in some candlelight. I love LED candles in hurricanes, and I like this hurricane because it has the rope detail to it. I also love this one because not only is it a fun punch of color that can be hung, but this is solar powered. So once the sun sets, this thing will glow. It's so easy. You could hang them up, put them on the floor or on a dining set.
Very cool. Okay, now speaking of the sun, I don't know if you've ever been to New Mexico, but it gets hot here and the sun can get really strong. So do you have any tips on that?
I have. You're right. An overhead piece is key, and umbrellas. This pergola actually has an overhead piece that can be closed up, but having a really big umbrella that is probably in an opaque fabric to block the sun is definitely key.
Okay, great. Thank you. Now, I have a question. You said you want to bring kind of the inside outside. When you talk colors, do you want to bring colors that are on the inside of your house outside, or should you go a completely different color scheme because it is outside?
You know, you don't have to necessarily match exactly what's on the inside of the house, but you do want to sort of have that cohesion. So if your home is very traditional, you want to have a traditional set outside. But, you know, I always tell people, don't be afraid to mix and match different patterns. As you can see here on the left seat, I have different patterns together in the cushions. But even though they're different patterns, they all work together because they're in the same color family. So again, mix and match different patterns, play around with different color palettes. If you have older pieces that just need new life to match your new color palette, a can of spray paint goes a long way. If you have an old rattan chair or pots that are old and ceramic, you could spray paint them to match your new decor.
Great. Thank you so much. Now, if you could give just one tip, what would it be?
One tip. Don't try to tackle completing your outdoor space in one day. It's okay to take your time. Get one piece at a time and make sure you've allotted enough time and budget to make it right, because it is an investment.
That's a great tip. All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Sabrina. And if you want to find out more information on how to transform your outside, just head over to casa.com. We'll have all the information there.